Good evening, folks. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hoffman.
Here.
Alderman McKay.
Here.
Alderman Rucker.
Here.
Alderman George.
Here.
Alderman Collins.
Here.
Alderman Osteen. Mayor Ross.
Here. Okay, we have a quorum. Next item is citizens' communication. This is a time set aside on the agenda for citizens and visitors to address the mayor and board on any topic that is not a public hearing. For those here in person, speakers will be restricted to 3 minutes unless otherwise permitted. Minutes may not be donated or transferred from one speaker to another. Any questions or comments for the mayor and board may also be sent to the city clerk at tberreth@osagebeach.org no later than 10 a.m. on the board's meeting day, which are the first and third Thursday of each month. Submitted questions and comments may be read during the citizen communications section of the agenda. The Board of Aldermen will not take any action on any item not listed on the agenda, nor will it respond to questions, although staff may be directed to respond at a later time. The Mayor and Board of Aldermen welcome and value input and feedback from the public. Is there anyone here in person who would like to address the board? Okay. All right, moving on. Unfinished business. First item is Bill 26-60, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, amending ordinance number 25.103, adopting the 2026 annual operating budget, requesting an amendment for information technology equipment needed for the dispatch center relocation, an amount of $18,303.48. This is a second reading. Any questions, thoughts, or concerns from the board?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Rucker.
Second.
Alderman McKay. Roll call, please.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Motion carries. Next item, Bill 26-62, an ordinance of the City of Osage, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Vance Brothers for the pavement management microsurfacing maintenance project in an amount of $757,427.03 with a 3% contingency. This is a second reading. And April White, did you have anything to add for this?
No, Mayor, but Rob Long's here, Transportation Superintendent, and Project Manager Colton Wright, if you all have any questions.
Okay. Also on this, I think an email went out earlier today with a list of all the items, all the streets that on this item and the next item that will be covered. Rob tried to make some copies, but they didn't come out so well. So if you want a paper copy, we may have to get you a better one later, or he has something that is kind of cryptic at this point. So this way we've got a list if anybody has any interest in that information. With that said, are there any questions or concerns on this from the board? Just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Rucker, do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Hoffman. Roll call, please.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Motion carries. Next item. We're on 2663, right?
Yes.
Okay. An ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Main Street Asphalt Maintenance, LLC, for the pavement resurfacing project in an amount of $155,821.20 with a 15% contingency. Second reading. Any questions from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Alderman McKay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Collins. We'll let her chime in. I know it's a delay. Roll call, please.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Motion carries. Moving on to new business. First order of new business is Bill 26-64, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, appointing Lauber Municipal Law as interim city attorney. First and second reading. And am I taking this one?
According to the blue sheet, says you are.
Okay, I thought so. Trying to keep track here. So Lauber is a firm that that Devin has used before. We've interviewed them. They have a large group of attorneys, and they offer some specialized services that we may need past our other interim attorney, Todd Miller, that we'll get to next. Is there any questions from the board? Alderman Hoffman.
Where are they located out of?
They have an office in Jeff City, Kansas City, and St. Louis.
Okay, and how long does interim mean? Is that a month? Is it set in stone?
It is not set in stone. I believe the ordinance allows for up to 90 days, and with hope, we will have some alignment on how we want to move forward from a outside versus inside counsel that I expect to talk about at least by July 8th when we do strategic planning.
So if we don't hire someone new and we go past 90 days, we'd have to do this again, correct?
We would have to go through a process, but yes, the board would need to approve an extension of that 90 days, as I recall reading it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Alderman Rucker?
Yes. I noticed that we're hiring 2 interim attorneys.
Yes.
Can you give us just a rough idea where the line of sand is, or why are we?
Well,
got
right
2?
now, we're trying to figure out what all we need versus Mr. Miller and what he can provide. I expect Mr. Miller, and that might have been better, it was on top of the agenda, right? But Mr. Miller's our current prosecutor, okay? We expect him to handle the meetings that we need to have legal counsel for by ordinance, and any day-to-day type stuff that he can handle, but he supports several other municipalities, and we're just not sure what the workload is. So for lack of a better term, Lauber is backup or specialized, okay? And so we believe we have all our bases covered by appointing both of these.
So Miller, even though
That's fine. Todd Miller is his name.
yeah, so his firm would be the one that would be basically what the staff and the board would be doing
Yes.
interaction with.
Yes.
And then if we have something special, court case, et cetera, probably Luber.
We expect
Okay.
that, but we don't know yet
I know. You can't say
the
exactly,
workload,
but-
because he doesn't, you know,
Right.
he's only had so
Understand.
much, many hours in the day, and he's he's a single attorney firm.
Right.
He has some help in the office, but,
Right.
and
Just
he
trying to
doesn't
get
know
a
the
little bit of
workload
an
of
idea of
others,
what we're
right?
trying to do.
We've got
Okay.
flexibility here. We don't have we have some guardrails and flexibility within those, I think, covering both of the firms.
Okay, that's all I had, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman George, second by Alderman Hoffman.
Sure, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Second reading, Bill 2664 is previously read. Are there any questions? Then I just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Rucker,
Second.
Alderman George is a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is Bill 26-65, an ordinance of the City of Osage Beach, Missouri, appointing Todd Miller as interim city attorney and city prosecutor. First and second reading. Any questions from the board? Alderman Rucker.
Okay, he's already the prosecuting attorney, and he's already under contract for that.
Yes.
So we dissolving that contract and making just one?
His prosecuting one was expiring at this month, so we redid it.
Oh, this month it expired.
Right.
Oh, okay, I thought it was the
Or
end
in
of the year.
June.
Okay,
In
that's
June
all.
it was, I'm sorry, yeah.
All right,
Yeah, just the timing is how it worked out, but that's a
Okay.
great question.
that's all.
Okay? Any other questions?
Motion to
Okay.
approve.
Alderman Rucker.
Second.
Alderman Hoffman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Second reading of Bill 2665 is previously read. Any questions from the board? Just need a motion.
Motion.
Alderman McKay. And
Second.
Second, Alderman George. Roll call, please.
Alderman Collins.
Yes.
Alderman George.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman McKay.
Yes.
Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Motion carries. Thank you, Board. I appreciate that. All right, the next bill, are we going to be able to get Mark Spikerman up?
He should be. He's on.
Okay, just be nice to see him. How does that work? There he is. Okay, that's just him. All right. Next item is Bill 26-66, an ordinance designating a portion of the city of Osage Beach, Missouri as a redevelopment area, approving the Osage Beach Marketplace Tax Increment Financing Redevelopment Plan, and making findings related thereto. First reading. Would we like to have, I know the developers here in the room, is there any, you guys would like? Chris,
Invite
would
him
you
up.
give you the floor if you'd like.
Thank you, Mayor Ross. Just a quick update for everybody. ICSC, the International Shopping Center Convention that is annually held in Las Vegas, was last.
So I don't know if he's speaking.
Yeah,
but
hold on one
I
second.
can't-
Hang on, Chris, I don't know.
That point, it probably wasn't turned on. Is it red?
Is it red now?
There you
Is that
go.
better? Okay.
Rebecca, can you hear him?
I can, thank you.
All right,
Apologies.
no worries.
Last week was the International Shopping Center Convention annually held in Las Vegas. Our leasing team met with multiple different additional tenants in addition to the already signed ones that we have. And I think there's another 4 potentially that we've already been in discussion with since we've last, been in discussion with you guys. So things are progressing very well. And the state pre-certification for the pre-certification for the state TIF has been submitted.
Okay. I probably should have done this back the other way and had Mark Spikerman take over, but I know Jeff Vernetti's in the, did you have anything, Representative Vernetti? And then we'll turn it over to Mr. Spikerman.
Yes, Jeff Renetti, thanks for having me once again. Just to confirm what Mr. Foster said, talking to the DED throughout this process, they have received the full packet. Thank you to Mayor Ross for signing that information, and it's in full receipt and in review right now. The governor's office also is aware of all of that, so all that is ongoing and turned in properly.
Thank you. Go ahead, Alderman Rucker.
Can you explain, because I think the last time maybe some misinformation was, I understood, what's the process of the state? It's in the governor's office now.
No, it's in the Department of Economic Development.
Okay.
Yeah, they go through it first,
And then it goes to the governor?
ultimately to sign, correct?
Okay, it does not go to the House and the Senate?
Absolutely
Because
not,
that's
nope.
what I thought was said at the last time we had these sessions, that it had to go through them, but.
Representatives and senators don't have anything to do
Okay,
with the process, other than advocate for
Right,
or
right.
speak against, I guess,
Okay.
if you choose.
I thought that was a fact, but I was misunderstood the last time, so that's all I wanted to verify.
Very good. Any other questions for Representative Vernetti? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Thanks for being here, Jeff. Okay, Mark, sorry, it's a little backwards, but if you go ahead and take over, please.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor and board members. Board Bill 26-66 approves the TIF redevelopment plan. That's the document that was recommended to you by the TIF Commission at their the conclusion of their public hearing a couple weeks ago. This document is sort of the 20,000-foot level view of a proposed redevelopment of the outlet mall that would include approximately 1 million square feet of buildings and up to 600 hotel rooms. The TIF amount, or the total incentive amount envisioned by that plan, is $149 million. So this board bill, if approved, would approve that redevelopment plan. And if you don't mind, I'm going to just touch on the next board bill because it's a companion. Board Bill 26-67 approves the redevelopment project described in that plan. The reason why we do these as part of separate ordinances is to essentially control the clock. When 2667 is finally approved, if it is, that will start the 23-year TIF clock. We've done that, the city's done that on other TIF projects in the past, OB Commons, Arrowhead recently. You enacted separate ordinances to approve the redevelopment project so you could control that 23-year clock. And so we're proposing the same sort of dual approach here. Board Bill 26-66, approving the redevelopment plan, and then Board Bill 2667, approving the redevelopment project that's described in that plan. Happy to pause there and answer any questions.
All right, Alderman Rucker.
Mark, if you would, please verify what I'm going to say. Tell me if I'm right or wrong on it. So the TIF Commission has passed this on to us, and this is the plan that they've passed on to us. From this plan, if everything goes the way that we hope it would go, or it should go, or could go, maybe that's a better way to say could go, it would be approved for a second reading on June the 4th. I understand reading from the plan that sometime in June, it doesn't have a date, that the CID and the TDD will be presented to the courts. And at some point, once the courts, I guess, approve them, or the court only approves one of them, then they will come back to us in separate ordinances on both of them to be approved as well. And also, sometime in this mix, the agreement will be presented to us for approval. So is that somewhat of a time frame? Am I anywhere close?
Yeah, that's close. The redevelopment plan contemplates 3 special taxing districts. The CID, or Community Improvement District, as you mentioned, that is formed by a petition of the property owner to the city. So that will definitely come back to you in the form of a petition to create the CID. Then there's a Transportation Development District, or TDD. That is approved by a petition to the circuit court. So you won't necessarily see that petition, but you will see documents relating to the TDD, including a transportation project agreement, and the TDD will also be referenced in the redevelopment agreement, which is sort of the big master contract that will control how and when TIP funds get distributed. And then there's a third district, which the city has not created before. It's relatively new under state law. It's called an entertainment district. That will also be formed by a petition of the property owner to the city. So you'll see that as well coming back to you.
Go ahead.
Okay, now, as a follow-up on that, I know up to this point, there's been critical dates that once something happens, within so many days, something else has to happen, et cetera, et cetera. From this process on, I realize that once the next ordinance, 2667, is passed, it starts the 23-year clock for the TIF, okay? Are we under time restraints for the rest of this stuff? I mean, I'm not saying we want to drag it out, but is there some amount of time that we have to get it done by, or is there a window, or how does that work?
So we are completing one of the time restraints right now. After the TIF Commission public hearing, which occurred 2 weeks ago, the Board Bill 2666 and Board Bill 2667 had to be introduced before you within 14 to 90 days. So we're satisfying that. What you do from introduction, doesn't matter. We can table it. With respect to Arrowhead, you tabled redevelopment project ordinances for 10 years. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but that would be permissible. With the CID, the entertainment district, the redevelopment agreement, we're working on the redevelopment agreement right now. We're going to get it to you as soon as we can, as soon as it's final and negotiated. The CID, the entertainment district, that's in the developer's lap to submit those petitions to the city. Once they're submitted, it'll trigger public hearing processes that we'll have to comply with.
I realize that you're our counsel, but in reference to the state, can you give us a little bit, because I know that's not as, and Representative Bernetti was here, but I just thought, what's the general time frame on that? Is there restrictions on that as well that we can possibly see?
Not really. I mean, the state will work in good faith, and they will, they will review everything. They'll review everything for the net impact economically on the state. They will, hopefully, should they wish to approve this, come back with with an award, and if it's agreeable, they'll issue what's referred to as a certificate of approval. Lakeport got one of those as well. It effectively serves as the state's redevelopment agreement. It'll provide some terms for the distribution of state money. But that will, even in the best case scenario, that'll take a couple months to work its way out.
Okay, but there's not a restriction on them that they have to get it done within 60 days, 6 months, or there's no cutoff that they have to get it done by a certain date, one way or the other?
No, they've reached their milestone or their time frame by submitting the pre-certification request. So they're all good there.
Okay, just trying to
It's
get
in
some,
DED's hands now.
just trying to get some timeframes on
Yeah.
where we're all at with this, is what I was, all those questions were. And I guess the other question I have is, if we have concerns in reference to the agreement based on what the plan is here, do we submit them to you, Mayor?
Well, I think you can surely submit them to me. As suggestions, or yes, you're more than welcome to. We are just starting to review an initial draft. And if you have any thoughts or themes or anything like that, sure, you can submit it to me. That's probably best.
Will you be head manning that process?
I'm kind of leading, getting it set up and making sure that we're moving forward.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay. Alderman Hoffman.
Thank you.
Can you explain the 23 years? Is that the maximum the TIF can go? Can it be paid off before? Is there any possibility of it being extended? Can you just lay out how that works?
Yeah, 23 years is the statutory maximum. So it cannot be extended beyond that point, barring, the state General Assembly rewriting the TIF Act. And then if it pays off earlier, it can be terminated sooner.
Okay. And is there any benefit to it being paid off sooner? I mean,
The amount of.
I'm trying to get this on the
tax revenues that get
record so people know it. So can you explain the benefit of it getting paid off earlier? Was that better stated?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
If the TIF were dissolved or terminated earlier, the amount of TIF revenues, which is the increased taxes resulting from the redevelopment of the site, during the TIF period, it gets redirected to pay for project costs. Once the TIF period is over, whether that's at the end of 23 years or earlier, then the taxing districts get the benefit of those increased tax revenues. So we often, I don't have the chart to share in front of me, but you may have seen it on a PowerPoint slide before. If you've got base year taxes, kind of a flat line, the taxing districts always get their base year taxes. And then if the property is successfully redeveloped, we would assume tax revenue would go up because there'd be more assessed value on the site, more taxable sales happening. And sort of the middle part of that triangle is what gets captured by TIF during the TIF period. When the TIF period is over, those increased taxes then flow to the city, the school district, the county, and all the other taxing districts.
So the sooner it was to get paid off, the sooner the school would get their piece of the pie and whoever else.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to get on a record. Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay. I just want to make sure everybody, I'm sorry. Did you have a question? I missed it.
Additional comments.
Yeah, go ahead, Alderman Rucker. I'm sorry.
Couple of things. We have received just tonight a document or a letter from Don. And I'm sorry, Don, I don't have your last name.
Newhart.
Newhart, excuse me. I just don't believe by Don, but from Don. And I appreciate your comments on that, Don. Also, we've received by email some information in reference to the hotel people. I would hope those would be forwarded on to our financial people, and they would be able to look at them and advise us on that. I'm sure there's a lot of opinions of what's the right numbers and the right information. So I would hope that we could have that expertise with response back before our next meeting on what their feelings are on those estimates or expectations of that information.
I'm not sure that they will be able to reply before the 4th, but we'll see what we can do. I don't want to speak to them yet. I don't know their workload, but we can sure take a look at it. Some of the information I think was presented at the TIF Commission also. So I'll make sure that team gets that.
It'd be nice if they could just, and I realize there's a number of different firms out there that are going to say, well, no, that's right, that's wrong, or whatever, but I think we owe that to those people that provide us this information. That's all I have now. Thank you.
That's fine, and I was kind of going to go there and make sure everyone knew that they had those documents in front of them. Mr. Newhart forwarded an email this morning, but unfortunately, until he brought that document up, I didn't realize it came to me because it went to my junk folder. So it's there, and we'll look at it a little closer because I didn't know that it was out there. Mr. LaMontagne's information, I think, has been presented before, and I think we have a situation where two consultants have two different opinions, but it is what it is. But I appreciate that. Okay. Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay. Seeing none, just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Hoffman.
Second.
Alderman George. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'm sorry? Is that?
She was aye.
She was an aye. I know, it's a delay. Thank you, Alderman Collins. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, next item on the agenda, Bill 26-67, an ordinance approving a redevelopment project for the Osage Beach Marketplace Tax Increment Financing Redevelopment Area, adopting tax increment financing with respect thereto, and authorizing certain actions by city officials. First reading. Mark Spikerman, you can take it from here.
Yes, this is the companion ordinance I mentioned. This approves the redevelopment project. We would recommend that after first reading, it be tabled until such time as we're ready to start the 23-year clock. But that's really the purpose of this board bill, is to approve the redevelopment project and activate the beginning of TIF.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, any questions from the board? Alderman Hoffman.
You're foreseeing that we're going to need to table it, or is that just a contingency?
No.
That's just a contingency. I mean, even if it's just for a week or two, it's all in furtherance of the project because it keeps the 23-year clock in the revenue producing years of the TIF.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
Alderman Rucker.
I'm sorry, my hearing aids are having difficulty understanding him. Let me say what I think he said.
Okay.
That passing of this bill will start the 23-year clock, or not until the second reading will the 23 clock start.
Mark, did you hear that? Could you respond?
Yeah, upon final passage, second reading, final passage, will the 23-year clock start.
And then
So,
Under the TIF Act, we had to introduce this within 14 to 90 days after completion of the TIF Commission hearing, but we can sit on it until we're ready to activate the clock.
So by passing it tonight, then we can, if for whatever reason it could be tabled if we see it. But
we've met the state requirement that it be passed first reading with 14 to 90 days, I think Mark said. But to actually start the clock, we can table it. So we meet the statutory requirements, but we allow for the time. Is that a good way to put it, Mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, I'm
You
sorry.
bet. No worries.
My hearing aid just couldn't get it clear.
No worries. Other questions from Alderman Collins? Thank you. That was weird. Go ahead.
Mark, just to clarify, so we passed first reading tonight, and then do we need to put it on the agenda for the next meeting, or do we wait and put it on a future agenda for the second reading when they're ready to go? Or should we put it on the agenda and table it?
You know, I would have to defer to the city clerk on that, on how she
Okay.
best handles tabled ordinances or tabled board bills.
We can table it and then just tell me when we need to bring it back up again. When they're ready to authorize and start their clock, we'll just add it back in.
I would
I'll keep tabs on it.
Yeah, I would recommend for clarity that it comes up. That's a great question, Alderman Collins.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend that it comes up and we table it so that there's a record that it was tabled.
So you want the first reading and then we'll do the second reading next month with the table, or on the June 4th, next week? We can definitely do that.
Yes. Alderman George.
I'm confused on why we need to do this. Why would we need to, why, could we just start the clock or do we need to? Can we ask the developers if we need to wait? I mean, that's kind of pertaining to them, isn't
Well,
it?
we have to meet a state statute.
Right. But
Okay.
is there a reason that we need to table it and not just go ahead and start the clock? I mean, what's a week or two?
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah.
Come on up if you would.
Great, yeah, thank you. And so the clock typically starts right before the business is open, and then the revenue starts. So let's say
Speak up
with,
a little, Chris, please.
Okay, so let's say with Osage Commons, that TIF was approved in 16 or 17.
Okay.
They didn't start the TIF clock until 22 when they opened Hobby Lobby.
Perfect.
Same thing with Arrowhead. It was the entire 10 years lapsed before they started that one. So you have the option to start it at any time, really. But typically, it's right before the business is open.
Thank you.
Right before the what?
Right before the business is open.
Right. By doing it this way, we meet the state statutes, and it's a benefit to the developer to give them some flexibility. And as the business is open, then we can actually start the 23-year clock to give them full benefit.
That works for me. Thank you
Correct.
for the
Thank you.
clarification.
Alderman Collins, did you have anything else?
The only other thing that I wanted to say is I wanted to say thank you to Mark Stiperman and to Chris Foster and everybody on both of the teams that have been working on this for months and months and months. And I know that it's been a lot, and I just want to say thank you for all of the hard work and diligence.
Thank you. Alderman Rucker, did you have another question?
I'll just put it in, well, I just have a comment.
Go ahead.
We have businesses open already. So, it also is an incentive for the development to get it moving. So I don't believe that we need to pass this next meeting, but I also don't want to be sitting around here in a couple of months without it being passed. So I would just say that, and I will make my own little ticker on my calendar and keep reminding us if it drags out.
Okay. Well, any other questions or comments from any of the board? Okay. Well, I just want to echo Alderman Collins's comments. It has been a long process, but I think it's better to go slow, be thorough, and be right than to go fast and be wrong. And I appreciate everyone's patience and everyone's efforts, and just glad to see we're here tonight to get this done. So with that, I'm just looking for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Collins first, Alderman Rucker second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, folks. With that, we'll move on to the last item on the agenda, motion to modify the June 18, 2026 and July 2nd, 2026 regular board meetings dates. Tara Barrett.
Yeah,
City
thank you,
Clerk.
Mayor, members of the board. This year, these two dates that we have on here, the 18th or in the 2nd, they fall on holidays, so we're asking to move them up to June 17th. The 19th is Juneteenth, but we get off, because that's a Saturday, we get off on Friday. Then we're asking to move that to the 17th. And then we're also, July 2nd is a holiday, or the 4th is on a Saturday, we're off on Friday. We'd like to move it to July 2nd. And then I will be bringing an ordinance to you to give staff authority in the future, if this happens, to move it to the Wednesday before the holiday of any of the upcoming, so we don't have to keep doing this every year. That's all I have. If you have any questions.
Okay. Alderman Hoffman.
Yes.
June 18th is a Thursday.
Yes.
So we're moving it to the 17th?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, and July 2nd.
The blue sheet says the 18th.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The blue sheet's got different dates than what you just said.
Okay.
Date
The blue
changes
sheet
to
has the
Wednesday,
18th
June
of
17th.
June and the 2nd of July.
Those would be the regularly scheduled board meetings, I believe.
Yes.
So we're asking to modify them to the 17th and
Correct.
the 1st.
Yep, right.
And that's what I'm reading on my blue sheet.
The 18th is the meeting, and then we're moving it to the 17th,
So that'll be a Wednesday night instead, the previous night.
correct? And then the 2nd is our meeting, but we're off on the 3rd, so the board doesn't like staff to have to stay when we're going into a holiday weekend, so we'd like to move that to July 1st. Is that what, did I confuse it and say it backwards? Probably.
No, I think
That or
you
my
said it
brain
right.
was
But
backwards.
the blue
anyway.
sheet's correct. It's-
Blue sheet is
You got the
correct.
dates
Okay,
right, yes.
all right, so the 17th and the 1st is what I'm asking for.
Yep.
Good by
Okay.
me.
Kind of like a roundabout muddied way, and it's clear as mud, right?
Yep.
All right, gotcha.
But it works.
All right, well, that's good.
Any other questions or comments about that? Okay, just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Hoffman, second by Alderman George. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So we usually have comments, but there's none on the agenda. But if there's anyone here on the board or with staff that needs to make, would like or needs to make a comment, please feel free. Go ahead, Alderman Rucker.
Yes, I just want to share with the board, and hopefully, April, you can share with staff, something that I learned after the last board meeting. For those of us that are attending the board meeting, we don't see this, but if you go home afterwards and you look at the board meeting, and if you have a wife that's got IT skills that I don't, and shows me how to do it, you can watch the meeting and you can see comments that people are making.
Yes, you can.
And some very good comments. I'm not saying we need to respond to those comments to the people, but some very good comments that are being made there. And if you can follow the meeting and follow the comments, it's a little bit easier. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I knew what the comments were. One of the comments that was made, Mayor Ross, that I thought would be important for you to be aware of is the fact of a comment that was made with the intent of saying, hey, there's a bunch of us out here that might want to be on committees, and why don't you let us know ahead of time and maybe we want to volunteer. So I would suggest maybe next year, March, April, sometime like that, put it out there of the committees and those terms that are coming up, and see if we have some other interested people that might be interested in serving on any of those committees to get names ahead of time. So I thought that was an interesting comment. I just say, okay, now speak up. So there were some interesting comments there that I just thought the board might want to look at that could be of value.
All right, thank you. They can also reach our city clerk too, and we can keep a list. I know I have a list right now of some folks that have expressed some interest. So any other one that needs to make any comments? Alderman Hoffman.
I got two. One, I want to thank Mr. Spikerman, Mr. Foster's team, Mr. Vanetti for showing up. I know he's busy up there in Jeff City. But a special thank you goes out again to Rebecca Collins. The mayor's been doing some heavy lifting behind the scenes, but I really appreciate your guys' effort, and you always leave yourself out when you thank people, so I'm going to thank you personally. Well done. And secondly, I want to thank the public for showing up and voicing your opinions, pro or con. You might not see us evaluate your information and your opinions up here in the dais, but I can assure you we do it privately in a meeting or one-on-one or on a phone call, so that your words are not lost upon us, even if we end up not agreeing with you. So I just wanted to thank the public for being so involved in this.
Thank you, Alderman Hoffman. Anyone else? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
I assume you're busy in Jeff City.
He's living a good life now.